Hello, I'm John Joe. Welcome to Line War. We're going to be doing this in ×2 mode, just to see how it goes in, just like we normally do, really. Anyway, so we've got Alpha Team, which is Banco, Cryptosporidium, and someone said that my nickname sucks. Bravo Team is Evil Lobster, Kartoffelman, and Magnus. So, Bravo Team are on this island only, but they do have someone over here as well. So they have a whole section to themselves, and ultimately it kind of feels like whoever wins this fight, it'll be a 3 versus 2, but I have seen someone do a 3v1 in the end and still manage to win, and that was Archer. So we got 4 barracks in this section over here, a 5th one coming in, another factory there, versus 3 factories and a bit of economy being built at the minute with 1 barracks. So Bianco is actually down on production, but may be able to out-eco them at a later time. It's not like they can expand to the right, because it looks like Crypto is on the way to support their ally over here. But at the same time, the other Bravo player over here, Evil Lobster, is probably able to support pretty quickly. And it looks like he's trying to evacuate his ally from there into this section here, at least to save them if they need to actually evacuate. But it looks like they're doing okay for now, but it's the artillery. They need to really push quick now that they only have infantry before a meat shield is set up from other infantry from them. And Crypto is not too worried about sending those tanks in a rush right now. They don't really have too much energy, but they do have shared energy, so he could be sent some more across if he needs it, and now he is on his way with the tanks. And it looks like Evil Lobster is sending some units in over in that direction. I don't want to miss anything that's going on over in this section. It looks like I already have the infantry harassing the energy wells over here. From someone said that nickname sucks is bringing them over here. I'm going to call him nickname from now on. He's trying to cut across anywhere that they can and place any units across, but he has managed to take out the energy wells, and I could have saved the transport boat, but they were just in range at the wrong time. But for now, Kart is out of energy and his navy is pretty much stuck in the water right now. Over in this section, the tanks are taken over for Magnus over here, and they are going to tear up these structures as fast as they can, which is unfortunate because they were just about to try and take over Bianco over there. So Crypto just came in at the nick of time to save his ally. It is not quite a 3v2 yet though, because he did get evacuated and is building up some economy now, preparing to do something more later, I guess. And it's really easy to eco up when you haven't got an army to worry about. Oh, look at that. We got nickname bringing them in right in from the south over here. He probably did this earlier and I didn't spot it. But instead of coming into the most obvious spot, which would be here and then setting up a staging area, he's bringing them right around the bottom. Because most of the action's happening in this section here. And the bottom section has the energy wells right where he wants them. And he's not going for them anymore because they're not there. So he's bringing his units around, going for the economy instead. And there's almost nothing defending it. They have some units there they could defend with, but they just haven't spotted it yet. Sorry, I do have a bit of a cold. I'm trying to keep that to a minimum though. Over in this section though, Magnus does still hold some territory here, but there's not much point in building on it just yet. He does still have some units defending there, and the cruisers are trying to save their lives as much as possible. And the strikers are just, you know, dealing damage where and when they can. So at this point it feels like there's 2 players just supporting their allies through main assaults here. Magnus has gone down and Kartoffelman is under heavy harassment from Nickname. We've got submarines over here from Nickname attacking Kart's stray ships. And he does need to take out quite a few. This navy is heavily damaged. Nicknames units have been spotted and air units have been called out. These are strikers. And he spotted the energy well again. I don't know if he's going to try and target it right now. But they are going to move towards it either way. So there we go. They are. There's only 2 infantry, so I don't expect too much coming out of that. But I feel like the information was enough. He's got some units over here. He spotted a power plant, which is able to share the economy over there. I don't know, is that power plant actually going to go down? There's quite a few units attacking it. It does go down. I thought they might be able to kill him before they started actually attacking. But Kart actually does have a city spot over here, which he could develop. And he's slowly doing so. He's got 3, Nickname's got 3 transport boats now, and he's bringing them in through the south there. Still attacking this one location, which still seems to be going unguarded. Up in this section, Magnus is deciding to support with nukes from now on and air units. Though I don't know if they actually have much energy to use. Nope. But anyway, the crews are striking any units on the coastline. And they're just trying to pick apart some damage there. And it looks like Bianco is going for a city now that they can. And that should help boost their economy on that side of the map. Nickname's brought in a good few units in the bottom section here, clearing out any infantry that were left over, and will then be free to claim that energy well once again. In the water though, he does seem to be focused more on submarines, and the enemy could be trying to go for destroyers, but the cruisers are now out of energy as well, so they can't even try and target them. And the submarines can just edge closer in stealth mode, trying to pick apart any of the stray units. Just slightly out of group vision. Infantry are being called back to this section though, so Kart chased off some units over this section, which destroyed his power plant. And now he's bringing them back. They're like a yo-yo at the minute, going back and forth. Nickname's doing a good job at trying to control his opponent there. Over in the north, we've got the strikers still coming in, doing as much damage as they can. And Sam are being built up, but there's not enough of them just yet, I don't think. Well, there probably is now, actually, but he's going to take a few losses. So he was trying to build them up on the back lines. And one striker does go down, but we do have some boats coming in with some commandos on them. There's a good few commandos there as well, and they're going to try and probably do some damage, but it looks like they're trying to capture some territories for now. Over here, it looks like Nickname managed to bring in some boats over here, and there's a group of infantry that took out the airfield that was there. And they're going for the barracks now. Just trying to make sure I know what's going on. Kart seems to be retreating, going for some infantry. Barracks there to build some infantry counter Nickname's infantry. And we've got cruisers running around the coastline trying to find any targets to pick off. The destroyer spotted the sub-pen over here and it was saved, but there's cruisers coming in right now and I don't think they can stop that. Nickname's pushing through, spotting another structure he might be able to take out. If he can take that out, that would be great for him. Commandos are being dropped in the mass, right in the center here to take out this structure here, just as it gets built. And the rocket is fired over in the north there. The town goes down. The rocket is going to head straight into this section here, which protects the commandos that are still there. By the looks of it, is that? Yeah, that's the evil lobsters. Trying to pick apart the colours just to make sure I know what's going on. Yeah, Magnus is over here as well with some commandos. And they're going to take out that factory as well. It goes down. We do have some structures still over here. So he's certainly not out of the game, but he has had quite a lot of damage done. And there is going to be a mass drop of commandos once again. There's a cruiser here being picked off by the submarines. And they found the nuke there, and they're going to take that out as well as the town. The cruiser goes down there, and what is happening over in the south here? Looks like Nickname's going for this section here. So I'm assuming now he's going to be setting up a staging area here now, and it's going to slowly start pushing through. He already does have this section here, and it's quite heavily defended, so I'm assuming he's ran out of room and he wants more room to build stuff. But he doesn't want to leave that space because it is quite safe at the moment. The commandos are running around trying to find the enemy commandos, which is at the moment right here, right at the joining point for all the energy there. Strikers are flying in overhead along to protect these commandos. They're doing a really good job of trying to take out the structures supporting each other there. The commandos are going to target the airfield over here, which will get them the biggest value for their money. And they are trying to take some territory, so they're going to have a staging area on both islands now. So Bravo team are setting up a stage over here, whereas Alpha team setting up a stage in the south down in this section. Car is trying to put pressure in the center here, which literally going through the forest there with a lot of infantry, even though he's got infantry himself, so they're both boosted here. Strikers are coming in to try and support Nickname. And they probably will be able to successfully defend this location right now. And Nickname's going to push through this area and will probably distract most of the reinforcements coming in through here, which will allow these units to try and pressure through this section here as well, dividing Cart's forces a bit. There is good navy coming out from Evil Lobster over here. It's a bit damaged, probably from some submarine attacks. And they are trying to come out to this section here. They've probably noticed the submarines are harassing them whenever they get to this sort of area, so it looks like they've tried to build up a large enough force to take them on. Submarines there look like they're nervously retreating upon seeing the navy there, but unfortunately Evil Lobster doesn't have enough energy to support that size of a navy. That makes me think we had commandos coming out somewhere, but they're not. They're just building up more transport jets so that they can send out more commandos at one time. There's a boat coming out here just at the wrong time as reinforcements coming into this section here just to take them out as soon as they get in there. As you can see, the forces of Car are being split in half. Some of Nickname's units are managing to get through this section. He is now using them as a scout, rushing them through, not worrying too much about grabbing the territory, but trying to see what's out there. And now he's focused on the defense here as the choke point makes it very thinner. He can use the artillery to try and defend that location a bit better. The infantry in the north here are probably going to win this fight for Nickname, but there's a lot of reinforcements coming into that section, so I'm not sure if he can hold it for too long. Say a lot of it's also SAM units, so we'll have to see. The navy is pushing forward there for Evil Lobster, and there's two navies here now. This is Nickname's navy as well as Crypto's. Crypto's trying to push in this section here to stop these transport boats, but unfortunately it's caught by the units as they progress forward. However, Nickname spots this and sends his forces in as well for the attack, which means Evil Lobster's having to fight two neighbours here, neither of which could survive this on their own, but both of which together are able to defeat him by the looks of it. Down in the south, Nickname has literally given up on Kartoff on him. He's literally sending in just a couple of units this way to stop his units coming forward, but the rest of them are on their way up into the north section here. He's doing a bit of a diversion there. And he does have more units coming in to harass the south area in this section. So Cart won't be able to chase for too long, but the helicopters are coming in to try and pair them up before it gets to be a problem. However, look at all these commando jets, and it looks like someone just left. That was Evil Lobster. I can't remember what team he was on off the top of my head. I'll have to have a look. So Alpha Team were the winners, which means Evil Lobster was Bravo Team. So going back here, we can see that Alpha Team were just slowly progressing more and more until they just kind of went out of control. The red player, Crypto, had a really good economy in that game. And they were mostly playing as support for the beginning part of that game. So I think they did really well. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in that game. And there are 2 videos on screen right now. Feel free to click on one, and I'll see you there.